Ready?
I've been ready.
I'm Ellie,
I'm Izzie.
and welcome to She Hit Me With a Cactus. Don't really understand what's going on.
It's a bit hard.
No, it is sensitive. It's not my only problem.
Are you sure it's a bathroom?
He had chicken feet.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, you did it after me.
Yeah, I was trying to spice it up a little bit, because
Okay.
every time you tell me that it's annoying.
I didn't like it.
Okay.
Better.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of She Hit Me With a Cactus. We're back. It's another week. We're having fun. We're smiling. We're happy and everything's okay in the world. How are you?
Whoa. That's far too optimistic for, I was going to say for a winter, but it's not really winter anymore.
Feels like winter.
It's not. March is springtime.
Is optimistic the right word?
Positive then.
You're speaking before your time.
We haven't introduced you yet.
Who are you, mysterious voice in the
How are you
background?
doing, Niall?
I'll go back to my corner now.
Speaking before your time.
It's not used to hearing you so early
We
on.
haven't introduced you to the people.
He wants to speak.
How are you? How's your week
Yes.
been?
Cold.
Cold!
Very, very cold. How are you?
Yes, I'm a bit afraid.
Oh, why can't you just say you're fine?
No,
like,
I am
ever?
fine. Generally fine. But I've gotten myself back onto watching Doctor Who
Right.
when I'm asleep. Not asleep, but I'm like, you know, in that like quasi sleep.
Quasi-sleep.
Like almost sleep.
Is that what it's called? Quasi-sleep.
That's what I call it. It's probably not called that. You know that state when you're just about to fall asleep? Yeah?
Quasi-sleep?
When like you're going like that kind of, it's quasi. I call it quasi sleep. Anyway, before bed, I've been watching Doctor Who.
Why would you watch Doctor Who before you go to bed?
Exactly. It's giving me weird dreams about aliens.
Right, tell me more.
Well, that's it really. I had a very frightening dream that you were in 2 nights ago.
Right.
And you were being chased by those, what are they called? Like the Sultarans? Is that what
Yeah.
they're called? The big potato men.
Yeah.
You were being chased by one of those, and you were getting really irate because no one would listen to your brand new song called "I'm Looking for a Lung," and that's all I can remember from the dream. It's just like you were. It was like this R&B, like "I'm looking for a lung," and no one would listen to you, and that's why you were getting angry and you were getting so irate about it, and the Sultarans were chasing you. So I think I need to stop watching it before bed, but.
It's actually a bit of a banger. I'm looking for
a lung. Maybe we should make it. But yes, it's very good. Still very good. I'm not watching the current series because, you know, like, it's not as good. But I'm watching series 4 and 5.
Yeah, I think it peaked with David
So
Tennant.
we've talked about this before.
Yeah,
But no,
but,
I'm watching Matt Smith's series
Oh, okay.
because I think he's funny.
Okay.
But
Fair
it's
enough.
very good, very sad and very frightening.
Do you remember that dream that you had as a child where I got lost in a loaf of bread?
Oh, yes.
You spent the whole dream trying to find me.
Yeah. I have a very overactive imagination. I just can't, doesn't seem to be able to turn itself off. But I think, yeah, watching sci-fi scary things before bed is probably
No.
not stimulating my brain in the right way.
I'm
In my quasi-sleep.
sure quasi-sleep is the phrase we're going for here.
Apparently that's when your brain is most impressionable.
In
When
your
you're-
quasi-sleep.
When you're, I don't think it's called that. I just used that as a word.
Shall we play a game? Niall,
How are you?
seeing as though you've already spoken, would you
Several
like to speak
times.
again?
Hello. Yeah, we can play a game. I'm
Yeah.
good, and we can play a game.
Okay.
I don't think we asked.
Any particular game? You
Someone
are.
said,
Did I?
"How are you?"
Oh.
And then said, "Shall we play a game?" So yeah, I'm good, and we can play a game.
What game should we play? The same game?
As always, yeah.
Oh,
Let's do fact or fiction. So
Nice.
I will read a phrase or a sentence, and you will tell me whether it's true, false, fact, or fiction.
nice.
Yeah.
Either of the 4 options, I suppose.
Okay.
The largest living frog
Right.
is over 15 inches.
Over 15 inches?
I
Well,
don't
that's an
know.
inch. This is an inch. Your thumb knuckle.
But everyone's thumb knuckles are different.
No, mine specifically.
Your
I've measured it, and that is 2.5 centimetres. So my thumb knuckle on my right hand is an inch. So think of 15 thumb knuckles. So that's what, this?
1,
Oh,
2,
probably more than
3, 4, 5,
That's a frog.
6, 7, 8.
Yeah, but you don't know
9,
where you started
10,
from.
11. The pillow.
Oh.
12, 13, 14, 15. No.
That's an enormous frog.
What, as
Bonus
in
point
length or
is-
height?
Is that how far he is off the ground?
No, not from like. If you picture a frog,
Yeah.
I would say it's from his bum to his nose.
Oh,
No.
lengthways.
Like yeah,
That is...
I would say.
No.
No, that's humongous.
Where is this frog? And because I don't want to go there.
The frog is based in West Africa. And it's called
That's not very specific.
the Goliath frog.
Oh, so it's like it's
It's a breed. It's not one individual.
There's a breed of big frogs.
Big frog. Science with Niall.
One breed of
Breed of big
frog.
frogs. I'm going to say that is fiction.
Bonus point if you either way guess the correct size.
So it's not that then.
So it's false.
So you just said it's fiction.
No, because I said it's bigger than. So if you guess bigger than,
Oh.
and then tell me
All
the
right.
size,
I think
or you
it's,
think it's false. and-
11 inches.
I think it's 22 inches.
That's the size of like you.
I'm not 22 inches.
You're very small. tiny person. I think
22
that
inches
you
is
might
about
have
2 feet.
2
So
feet.
my foot is an actual foot.
What's wrong with you two?
We know your foot is an actual.
No, because a foot is 12 inches, isn't it?
Your foot's a foot and your knuckles an inch.
So
What are
we just
you?
go and measure things.
A family of measurements.
We created the metric system.
Your foot's the length of an actual foot.
That is really handy. Oh, I broke my. Never mind.
I think 22 inches.
You're
I'm going
saying
with 2
that
feet.
frog, you
Yeah.
looked at it and it was that size.
Yeah.
Ellie.
Okay.
No.
And you're saying it's that size.
Yeah. 11. 11 inches. Why are you staring at me?
It
Why are you
is-
showing her your foot?
That's the size
Literally like.
11
That's the size of the-
inches.
I wonder how many
Yeah.
inches my feet are.
Well, just measure it on your knuckles and then convert it to
Ah,
feet.
yes. You tell us the answer whilst I measure my foot. That's you, Niall.
Well, if yours is, and it, you'll tell me.
6.5 inches.
What exciting
So you're half a
content.
I'm half a foot. What is the answer?
You asked me that question. Right, the answer is false,
Yeah.
but it's 12.5 inches. So it is still.
Isn't that what you said?
It's 15.
12.5. I was close then. I said 11.
I was close. You
Let's
just
move on
needed to
from this
remove
question.
10 inches.
It's just after me.
It was a foot and a bit. That's
And
a
a
big
half.
old frog. Where is the frog? West Africa.
West Africa.
Giant
What type of frog?
frogs.
Gareth's frog.
Goliath.
Goliath.
Ah, my pal Gareth. Gareth's frogs.
That's a big frog.
That's a big. What are you doing to
I'm trying
yourself?
to measure my foot. 1, 2,
Yeah, but how do you know that your
4,
thumb knuckle is an inch?
5,
You've not been
6,
properly measured by a professional.
7 inches.
You've got big old feet for a small person. Maybe I counted wrong.
They're a size 5.5.
Yeah, same. Mine's 5. One's 5.5.
Moving
Interesting.
on. Next question, please, Niall.
I've had some jelly beans. And they're starting to get like in my head. Not in my head, but you know what I mean? I've got the buzz. The jelly buzz. The jelly bean buzz.
The JBB. She's got the JBBs now. Come on.
Next question. Most of the human brain is made of muscle.
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 You know those things you have in your body?
I don't know. Is it? Oh, it's an organ. It's not a muscle.
False.
I don't
What?
know. Creaking about on your new big chair. I'm not sure.
No, I don't
Well,
think
most
so.
organs, like the heart, is made up of muscle, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah, loads of big muscles. I'm going to say. I was going to say fict. It's a fict. Can I say it's a fact?
Ellie, have you gone for fiction?
Yeah.
It is fiction.
Nice.
Oh, what's it made of then?
60% of the
Good.
brain is made up of fat,
Ugh.
and it's actually the fattiest organ.
Chunky organ.
Chunky old brain.
You're a big boy.
And what's the rest of it then? If 60% is fats, what's the rest?
Like nerves and
Brain soup. What's this? Nerves.
those things.
It's not bones, so
No, the
neurons.
yeah.
That is a nerve.
Oh,
Water, protein, carbohydrates, and salt.
I'm sorry. What is it like? A crisp?
Salt and
Like a
vinegar.
packet of crisps up there.
No.
Who knew it had all that? How many calories is a brain?
Quite a lot. Offal is quite a lot of calories, isn't it?
Awful.
That's like, like innards, like livers and hearts, and
Offal?
you can buy them at like, yeah, of course.
What do you mean? Yeah, of course.
Everyone knows what offal is.
No, do you know what offal is?
It's like the offcuts of an animal.
Studio audience, Victoria Clark. Do you know what offal is?
I did know because they use it on I'm a Celebrity, don't they, when they love it
Yeah,
on people.
offal.
Ah.
There you go. See, I'm not crazy.
How awful.
Oh. Please tell us the next one.
Next one. Infants have more bones than adults.
They've
Yes.
got more teeth.
Yes, because they have bones that then fuse together, don't they? Like they've got a lot
Yeah,
more
they've-
skull bones that then fuse together to make bigger bones.
They've got like 3 legs.
Why are you laughing?
They grow an extra leg and then it shrinks in adulthood.
No, they have. I think in their joints they've got loads of little tiny bones and then they fuse together.
Really?
Yeah, that's a fact.
I knew they have more teeth.
Yeah, and more teeth,
Because like they're storing
like
their
little
adult
sharks, aren't they? That is gross, though, don't you think? That like in the face of children, they've got like little teeth stored in their faces. That's gross.
I
You have
didn't.
teeth in your face.
Yeah, but they're in my. They're like you can. You can see them. I don't have like some stored up under my eyes. You
I
know.
had 2 less stored than most people.
Yes, Ellie's missing these teeth.
I'm missing that too. Still.
Yeah,
And
Niall's
that's
got,
a whole different story
Niall
with you
and I
and your
have
tooth.
tooth problems. Anyway,
Um,
true, fact.
Fact.
it is fact. Do you know how many bones are in the adult body?
261.
265.
216.
Oh,
I don't know.
102.
Are we even
712.
close? Ellie, shut up.
I don't. He's not giving me any indication as to
I
whether I'm
thought
close.
you'd nailed it the first time.
267.
No.
212.
Ellie!
Nice.
224.
206.
206.
You went 206. I was like 29.
Wow, 206. How many do
Infants
babies have?
Approximately have 300.
300.
Yeah, so they all just
94
fuse together.
bones.
94 bones.
So
That's
just
why
for fun.
children are so flexible, because their bones haven't fused together yet.
Not all children are flexible.
Okay, well, most of them are. They're more
No,
flexible
it's like
than
babies
adults.
are quite rubbery.
I also find rubbery.
Yeah, because they have those big, like, chunky thighs that just, like, if they want to smack out into a box
A
split,
layer
they
of
can.
blubber.
Yeah.
I always find it funny how babies can't put their hands around their heads.
Yeah.
That's very cute. Have you seen the ones where they're doing like a child's X-ray and they just put them in a little tube with their arms like up here because they can't keep them still? So they literally, I'll just insert a picture here. They literally just have to insert them into a slot. It's just really, I
Oh,
know.
that's so
It's very
sad.
cute. It's very sweet. They don't know. They don't know what's going on.
The film Dumbo, so another Disney
Sad
question.
film.
Very sad film.
Dumbo was released before Pinocchio.
Ooh.
And again, a bonus point for the years of the film.
I mean, I wasn't alive.
I can confirm neither of you were alive.
Okay. For a long
For a
way.
long way.
Yeah. Okay. I think
Wow.
Parents weren't alive either.
I think Dumbo came first.
I
That's
think Dumbo came first. No!
I think Dumbo came first.
I don't.
Are we guessing the date of Pinocchio or the date of Dumbo?
You can give me
Both.
both if you like.
Pinocchio 1947. Dumbo 1940.
Pinocchio, 1936.
The 30s. Wasn't that still the war? I don't think they were making films.
You said 40. That's still the war.
When did the war finish?
45.
Oh, I might change my answer.
Immediately after the war stopped,
They
Dumbo
made-
came out.
They were like, let's celebrate with a kind of racist elephant?
What signified the end of the war? Dumbo.
I'm going to say late 40s, Dumbo, early 50s, Pinocchio.
Wait, did they actually not make any films during the war?
Well, they might have done, but I mean, I think they had more important things to do.
Yeah, but I don't think, like,
The whole civilization stopped.
yeah, people
don't
were still
know.
doing things.
Yeah, but film. Were they doing film?
they might have been doing
They
film.
might have done. I don't know. I'm just saying.
They might have been drawing elephants.
They might have been.
I think Pinocchio came before Dumbo, personally.
Interesting.
Any guesses on the dates?
Well, I did. I started, and then you were like, before the war. I want to go late 30s, early 40s.
Ellie has nailed it. Pinocchio was before, so it's
That was the first one.
Snow White was
the first
37.
And then Pinocchio.
Pinocchio was 40.
Nice.
I said 40 before everyone started
You
giving
said
me
that,
beef
but you-
about the war.
You
said-
started the beef about the war.
I also said Dumbo
Dumbo.
was
Dumbo was
born.
41.
He wasn't born. He was released.
41.
So they made 10
Wow.
films during that span of the war.
God, they were busy.
Which other ones?
Fantasia,
Love
Bambi,
Fantasia.
Not seen that.
and then a couple of the Three Caballeros,
Huh.
and then
No.
a couple I've never even heard of.
Hmm.
You've not seen Fantasia?
No.
It's like, you know when Mickey Mouse looks like he's wearing a dressing gown, the red one with a
With
blue
the-
hat with the
with the
stars
hat.
on them?
Yes,
Wizard hat.
that's
That's
from
Fantasia.
there. Is it a Mickey Mouse film?
Yeah.
Oh, just him.
Yeah.
That's not really my cup of tea.
It's now time for Answers Anonymous. Anonymous answers.
Answers
that
from the anonymous
we answer
audience, from the
that have been
questions that
sent
we
in
asked
anonymously.
several weeks ago.
Now, what's the question this week?
This week we are going to find out what you guys think feels illegal but isn't.
Ooh. Eating food in the supermarket before you pay for it and then taking all of the wrappers to the checkout and being like, I'm sorry, I
Like
was
grapes.
hungry.
No, thing
Picking
is
it
with
right.
that though, if you take them to the self-checkout, surely they don't register the weights because you know you have to scan something and then put it in the thing. It's going to be like, well, it's not there.
But also, I don't think people are doing it that often. Like, it was only when, do you remember when we were younger and we used to have
Eat the French stick.
French stitch?
Yeah, the big baguette bread, and I used to eat the end of it.
Like, sat in the trolley
Yeah, but I
just
think-
eating a giant loaf of bread and getting to the checkout being like, sorry.
It's just- no, we didn't eat the whole thing. It was just like the end of it. It was like one of those big baguettes, and we just used to eat the top bit of it.
Yeah.
That's fine. I actually don't think you're allowed to eat
You're
things
not
and bring the
supposed
wrappers.
to, but like, as a child, if you're a
But like,
slave-
imagine going like now, being like, I'm so sorry, I lost control. Here are all the packets for the things I've consumed during my visit.
I've been here for hours and all I've done is
Just
eat.
munching from the aisles. There is nothing stopping you doing that, though, is there? I guess, like, if people saw
Well, I
you...
don't know, like shop assistants,
Yeah,
morals.
but did they really look around for people munching? Because you could technically just eat everything in there and then leave.
You could, but I think that's the moral.
I know it's frowned upon. Well, it's
That's
also
stupid.
illegal, but...
That is illegal.
Mine
You gotta
is...
pay for it.
What feels illegal but isn't illegal? One of them is when you go babysitting, it's obviously many moons ago, and they say, oh, like, help yourself to anything in the fridge.
Yeah.
And then if you ever, like, went to their cupboards and felt like, I don't think I ate one thing, and that was a croissant, because I couldn't refuse. They're like, there's croissants on the side. I was like, oh, thank you, that's okay. And then I did, because they overstayed for when they said they would come back. So I was like, well, I'm going to eat your food.
So you ate all the croissants.
No, I ate one. But it does feel a bit like, oh God, they could come home at
What
any
was that noise? That was horrendous.
They could come home at any moment and I'm just munching on their food.
But they said you could.
I know, but like I don't feel like it's okay.
But they said it was.
Yes, I know. I just find babysitting to be a bit of a weird scenario anyway. It's like you're trusting me in your home with your sleeping children. Not that I'm untrustworthy, but like anything could happen. I was like 13. I was like, oh, okay, it's just a high stress situation. For me.
Okay.
Anything.
Now anything from the
Well,
audience.
As a similar one, I've kind of got similar to that babysitting, but just in general when you're in someone else's house.
What is it about the word baby that really brings out your Brummie accent?
Baby.
No, you say like baby.
The baby
Literally, the only word that you say that's different is like, oh, and then we were talking about a babysitter.
I didn't notice it until you pointed it out.
Yes. Sorry, carry on.
Baby. That was a baby. No, when you go to anyone's house and
Yeah.
they say make yourself feel
At home. Yes,
it
then you
feels
sit there like
illegal
this.
to do that.
Yeah.
But even I would go a step further in the morning,
leaving
the bedroom or whatever room you're in before the person
before
you're
they've
staying
woken
with
up.
has
Yeah.
woken up.
Yeah.
And like walking around the house, that feels like...
Well, if you needed the toilet.
Yeah, you gotta like sneak. It feels like you shouldn't be awake before they've come and woken you up and said, look, now you can come down for breakfast.
It is a weird thing though. Come in and be like, welcome, you may now re-enter the civilised home. It's an uncomfortable scenario.
But that was mine. Anyway, so
just have your time.
The people. We've got calling my mom by her first name.
Oh, we do that.
I do that all the time.
I feel that. I think that's...
You would never do that
do
though.
that, no.
Yeah. I think
Parents
you
in general
started
say
that.
first name.
I started it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's because you just call it Alibaba.
And Big Al.
Big Al.
I don't think she likes that very much.
She loved Big Al.
No, I wouldn't have. I think like past a certain age, it's not as weird. But I think if you're
feel
like
I did it from a young age.
no, not when you were like, I don't know, like 5.
No.
Some people do. Some people do like just call their parents their
It's not that I
names.
exclusively called them by their first names.
Yeah. That doesn't feel illegal to me. It just
No.
feels like,
I mean, that's their names.
yeah.
Okay, it
We're
depends on
moving
what
on.
it depends what they want. My mum doesn't
Wouldn't
want
like
it.
that,
She's
yeah.
like, I like being called mum.
It was like,
I think Mummy wouldn't choose us to call her by her first
no,
name.
but it's like our mother doesn't like mum.
Mother? No, yeah, she doesn't
She don't want to be called mum, so we say
I don't know. I
mummy.
spoke to her about this the other day, and she said I wouldn't have minded, but you two just never did that.
I thought we weren't allowed.
Oh well, you can now.
Well, she's not mum though.
No.
I always say like my mum.
Yeah,
But I call her mummy to
My
her
mummy.
My mummy. I don't know whether I mentioned. I don't know whether I mentioned this in a podcast, but I was talking to Freddie about like future children. Not
Tiddlywinks.
like a serious conversation. I don't know. I must have been in another conversation, not on here. But if I have, I apologise. I was like, oh,
It's a long-winded
I'd-
introduction.
no, but I'd like to be like mummy or like
Why are you saying it like that?
mummy.
Mummy?
Okay, Jenny.
Mummy.
Very
Mummy.
Forrest Gump.
Mummy.
Mummy.
Okay, whatever. Freddie was like, I want to be father.
Yes, you've told me this.
I think that was on this.
Mummy and father. Which, I'm sorry, is terrifying.
You can't force your children to
father.
call you father.
Ew. That's
He was like, they will show me respect and they will call me father.
oh, no, it's like people that have to call their dad like sir.
Yeah,
That's
that'd be
very
very
strange. No, I don't like that. Father.
father.
Father Frederick.
Professor.
Professor Frederick.
Professor.
What would you like to be called, Niall? Dad.
Yeah.
Dad.
Dad. But some people just don't strike me as like a mum. Do you know what I mean? They're
No.
like, they're a mama.
Mama?
That's what Freddie could be a papa.
He doesn't want to be a papa.
That's
I was
very
like-
posh.
I brought this up. I was like, papa? And he was like, father. Or captain.
Captain. Did he actually say that? Captain Freddie, mummy and captain.
Okay, so next one we've got not putting the divider behind your shopping at the supermarket on the conveyor belt.
Yes, that would feel illegal, I think.
Well, it depends if there's someone behind you. If there's someone behind you, then obviously you do it because it's nice.
No, but some people do. I've been behind someone that just like left it, and I was like,
Well, then
Well, are
you
you
have
paying for
permission
mine?
to
"Are
kick
you
them in
done?
the shins.
Are you done?" No, I just left like a sizable gap. But then I was like,
Why didn't you just put the divider?
well, I did
in
after a
yourself?
while, but I wasn't sure if they like had another person coming with like another load, or like I didn't know what was
Oh,
going on.
I would just assume that they want to buy my shopping for me. Just be like, thank you very
so
much. Just put the divider after mine.
Yeah, very odd. That would feel illegal to me, I think. If there was someone behind me, like you say, if there wasn't, I still do it even if there wasn't, though.
But why?
Because anyone could approach.
But if they do, then you put the divider in. You just
Yes, but
divide your shopping when there's nothing
Yes,
to
but
divide.
what if I'm over there bagging my shopping whilst someone then comes? I guess they could put the divider on. It just seems rude. Feels rude. Also, this takes me back to another one that it doesn't feel illegal, but it feels horrible. I was on an AI training course the other day, as you do, and we were having to give it like prompts, like commands and stuff, and I just feel awful not saying please.
No, but apparently if you're more polite to them, they
nicer.
respond better.
Oh, so maybe they are nice to me then, because I
Yeah.
always have to, please can you do X, Y and Z, and thank you.
I mean, that might be a load of rubbish, but I have heard that if you
dunno.
if you say please and thank you to them, they
give
they
you better
perfor-
results.
They perform at like a higher rate.
That makes me kind of sad that they actually...
I nearly swore at ChatGPT the other day, and then I typed it out and thought, no, that's a computer.
Why would you type swear to
I was
chat?
so, it wasn't doing what I was asking it to do. I was so angry, and I was like, no.
Take a breath.
Take a breath, Niall. What's wrong with you? Do you swear at Google too when it doesn't give you the results that you want? Why?
What was the effing score?
Sorry, just quickly. Is our Google we got a Google home
Yeah.
The
thing.
Nest.
Yeah, in the kitchen. And sometimes you just hear Freddie when the alarm's going off.
Right.
And you have to go like, okay, Google, thank you,
If
to
you go,
turn it off. It only responds if you say thank you.
Oh.
So like, I could just hear him go, thank you! Okay! Google! Thank you!
No, but some of them, I think especially the Google ones, are really, really bad at like understanding you. I found that Alexas are a little bit better at like understanding voice commands than Google's.
That one didn't have any problem listening to me. It's just Freddie.
Maybe because he's got an accent.
How rude.
No, it's not rude. He has an accent.
You've also
Racist.
You've upset a lot of people that watch this out loud and have those devices. Please don't say the Apple one.
Oh,
'cause
really? Is that like a big...
We've got all Apple devices here, and they all go off.
Hey Siri.
No, none of them work anyway.
Isn't it voice commanded?
I don't know how it works.
Isn't it based on your voice?
I
You
don't
can
think
set
so.
it as that.
Yeah.
When you set it up.
Well, I was thinking about children's names, and I really like the name Alexa, but can you imagine how difficult your life would be growing up with the name Alexa?
Yeah.
Well, now anyway, probably not before, but like, you just... If you had an Alexa, can you change the names of them? Can you change it being like, okay...
How often are you planning on going, hey Alexa? Just to a child. Or something?
No, I know, but if
Or
you're
just
called...
Hey
like,
Alexa, play Dumbo.
Give me
Okay.
the top-rated films on IMDb.
But if you're
Okay,
calling upstairs, like...
Yes, Captain.
If you're calling upstairs like, Alexa, can you bring me this? Like, surely
Alexa's
it's going to
not
go
gonna
like...
bring it to you though.
No, I know, but it's going to go
Sorry,
off like,
I
sorry,
can't
I
bring
didn't
you food
understand.
at the moment.
No, it'll say something like, sorry, I didn't understand that. When you weren't even talking, you were talking to your child.
Then that's on you. Don't call your child Alexa
Or just
if you're
don't get
that
one.
frequently feeling the need to say her name.
Or just don't get one, get a Google.
What? Don't get a child. Just don't get a child called Alexa. I like my Google because I'm never going to have a child and name it Google.
You could.
Imagine baby Google.
I wonder if that's an allowed name, because there's a lot of names that you're not allowed to have.
What was that one that was banned when I was younger? Was it like Tallulah does the hula in Hawaii or something? That was the child's first name. Tallulah does the hula in Hawaii.
That was
Brown.
one. Smith. Oh, wow. Any more now?
But this has probably got the most responses. We've got loads here.
Oh, gosh,
but
okay.
I'm trying to pick some of the best ones, but we've got one.
The best ones. You weren't all quite adequate enough.
Some of you were
No.
really bad.
You're really boring.
They're not boring. They're all really good. I'm just trying to do the top tier.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
The creme de la creme.
Shut up.
Sorry.
this one, I think, although I've never actually been to a hairdresser's before.
What?
What? You just said you've just had your hair cut.
No, his
My
mum
mum.
cuts his hair because she used to be a
She
hairdresser.
She used to be many things.
Yes, that's what we said.
All of those were lies.
She actually was a
a
hairdresser.
Oh,
You've never
lovely.
been to a hairdresser's?
I've never paid for a haircut.
God, that's such a weird flex.
Isn't it?
I've never even paid. I don't anymore.
But then you saw
Of recent years, I just do it myself. And yes, you can tell, but just...
Mummy was like, you should get Izzy to
No,
cut
I'm
your
actually
hair.
not bad
I
at
was
cut.
like,
I'm better on myself than I am on other people.
yes, I've witnessed.
Why? I've done Mummy's hair before.
You've cut my hair as well.
Yeah, no, that
You
went
didn't
really
do a
badly.
good
No,
job with
no, I've
Niall.
never used a razor. That was it was so bad, and we had to go. We were going to like a New Year's Eve like gathering with friends, and he turned up, and it was so bad. We look at all those pictures, and I was like bald, and then he's got like a significant curl pattern happening on the top. Bless you.
Oh,
I'm
well-
so sorry, but you shouldn't have made me do that in the middle of the night
But that also makes me not want to go to anyone else.
because they might mess it up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, it's like Freddie went to a new hairdresser
it's a risk.
and he didn't like it. It wasn't his normal one that
Mm.
was elsewhere.
Why did he not go to the other
He
one?
couldn't be bothered to travel
Oh.
to the other one. And he came back and his hair was like, it was like shaved on the side and like, just like, you know, like a rock hopper penguin.
Yes, yes.
Like Freddie looks
Is
like,
that what you call
Freddie's
it?
spirit animal is a rock hopper penguin. If you don't know what it looks like, insert picture of rock hopper penguin right here.
They're
It's
very
the,
cute.
the ones with like the yellow
Little
hair
hair.
that just does this at the
Little
top.
fronds.
But it was like the side was shaved and then it was just the rock hopper bit at the top. And like, you could just see him in the bathroom having a meltdown, like contemplating shaving it all off with like a razor in his hand, like
I could do it right now.
Just doing like
I'd hate to be a hairdresser.
peace
Can you imagine
mission.
like how much like I was going to say flack again. Like how much people like cry
So
in your chair.
So I didn't actually get to the point.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
This is the point. Telling a hairdresser
That it looks good when
it
that
does.
you don't like it.
Yeah, can you imagine?
So
They're like, oh,
I don't think
does
anyone ever does.
are you happy? Yeah, all looks good, even if like you've got no hair left. Just like,
Crying.
thank you so
Looking at this,
much.
It's so good.
I don't think I've ever actually had like a really bad haircut before. I've had it where they've taken too much off, and I was like, okay, thank you very much. But I don't think I've. Some people have had like proper horror stories. That's why I've never asked
Yeah.
for anything too complicated because I just feel like they could ruin my life. I'm trying to think of what to say.
Just say now it's time.
Now it's time for our next segment, which is Agony Aunts. Why,
Agony
when I
Aunts.
ever do an introduction, do you just laugh?
Because
because
you say things really weirdly. It's like Agony Aunts.
I'm like a game show host.
Next up, it's time for Agony Aunts.
Right, okay.
No, let's leave it. That was fine. Niall?
What do the people need help with?
So I just read one that was bad. Do you want to hear that one?
What a preamble. Okay.
Do you want to hear that? Do you
I
want to hear
just
that
read one
now?
that was bad. Let's do it.
My flatmate
Yeah.
started boiling her menstrual cup in the kettle. Help! I can't have tea now. Also, for context, we don't really know each other that well. We're not friends. There's a very simple answer here.
Move out.
Oh, well, yeah.
What the hell? That's disgusting. No.
That's one of the worst things I've ever heard.
in my life.
What the hell?
No,
but
you-
she's boiling it to sterilise it, so she's
Yeah,
putting
yeah.
that in there when it's
Dirty.
dirty.
Yeah, when it's not been cleaned.
Oh.
That's disgusting.
And they don't know them very well. Oh,
Okay, I think what you
no.
do is you buy your own kettle and keep it in your bedroom,
Yeah.
and then as soon as you can, move out.
Or you passively aggressively put a label on the kettle
Not
that says
for you.
not for menstrual cup
No, but
use.
now it's done. Do you know what I mean? Like
Or
the
you
deed
just-
has been done. I'm never using that kettle again.
That's horrendous.
You need to move out if you can, or just send a clear like.
Do a power move and just fill up
thought you said
loads
make-
of things with menstrual cups.
You're going to say do a PowerPoint. I think you need to. Do
I
you
love a
confront that if
PowerPoint.
you're not that close? If there's no friendship to be lost there, I'd be like, Can you not do that? That's disgusting.
You would never do
I
that
would-
in your
I-
life.
Not a
You
child.
would
can do
would.
that.
never
If
do
someone
that.
was boiling their menstrual cup in my kettle. Oh, also, how long has she been doing that for that you didn't know?
Yeah, that's,
Like, you've
Yeah,
caught
that's
her doing it, but how long has she been doing that for that you didn't know she was doing it? That makes me want to be sick. Move out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Buy yourself
And
a
if
kettle.
not, buy
and move
yourself
out.
a kettle.
I'd
and
get yourself
keep it in your room or something.
I'd put everything in my room because what else is she doing?
She
No, but
might
if
be-
you're
she might be
doing
doing
that,
other
if
things.
you're doing that, then your moral compass must be off.
She might be licking all the spoons.
She sounds like that kind of girl. So just don't do it. Just stay well away, and also lock your door at night.
There was a
Serial
prank-
killer behaviour.
There was a prank one of my flatmates did do another one in first year
Right.
where they put salt in their sugar. So they had a big kilogram of sugar and put salt in there instead. So then every time they thought they were getting sugar,
People
it
are
was just like,
mean.
why is this
That's
so gross?
hilarious.
I
So
you
have
could
bad
do that
flatmate
kind of
stories,
thing.
but I'll save those for another day.
Maybe that's a segment
Okay.
coming
Maybe
up.
it's a segment.
Okay, so we've got leave is the
Yes, resounding.
Get a kettle, but
well,
Get
buy
a kettle
another
for the meantime, and then get out.
And
do
then
you
just
confront
have-
the person?
I
Yes.
would, yeah. You would never.
Yes, yeah, but you
No.
should. I might not, but
You see,
you
you would in the
should.
shower, and then you'd be like, I've done it now.
When she's in the shower.
No, I mean on your own.
I thought you meant walk in while she's in the shower and just go, right, we need to talk.
It's that,
How does it feel to be
that
violated?
weird- It's that reminds me of, you know, have you seen Pitch Perfect?
Of course.
Yeah, you know that weird scene where Anna Kendrick's singing in the shower, and then the other one just Britney
ginger
Snow
one.
just
Yeah, yeah.
walks in. Like, why is that in the film? They're just both stood there naked in the shower singing.
I don't know. No, but that is a thing in American colleges, isn't it? They have like
What, they sing naked
communal
together
showers.
in the shower?
No, they don't always. They're not always
No, but
naked, but they
that's-
have like communal showers.
They're not always
I
naked.
think it's a play on the fact that as well, like, that it's a big in the film. It's a big thing, the singing stuff.
Yeah.
So like that would actually be like American football or something, where the guys do go in there all naked and they all.
Oh, it's just.
That is what
It
it's
just
like.
baffles me. It's like the only part of the film where I'm like,
It's questionable. It wasn't necessary. I think that's kind of the point. She was meant to be a bit weird. Anyway. Any others?
Okay, so they've come dramatically down from that.
Okay. Because that
Um,
was psychotic behaviour.
it's strong.
No, Ellie, it's also just, it just makes me feel sick, the fact that you probably didn't know she was doing that for a long time. How many teas have you had using that kettle? Ew.
Okay. There's two here that could actually relate, so I'll read one of them,
Okay.
and then before you discuss, I'll read the second one,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll see if you
I
think
never
they
realised so much preparation.
So
The
much
first one is,
pressure.
sometimes I eat my dog's kibble when I run out of snacks. That's the first one.
Vicky's face.
Who are these people?
The second one.
That is so gross.
Wait. I hope this isn't related. I hope this is a different person. Or I hope this isn't the partner of that person.
They
saying,
found they need to buy their dog's
How do I
kibble.
tell my girlfriend that her cooking is terrible? We've only been dating 2 months. I don't want to hurt her feelings, but it's just horrendous. And
Cooking
she
the
doesn't seem
kibble.
to notice.
Right, person who's eating the kibble, stop eating your dog's food. That's disgusting. Also, like, I'm sorry, I could literally have no food in the house, and at no point would I be like, well, we've got to turn to the kibble now.
What is kibble like the
It's the
biscuits? Or is that
biscuit
the...
bit.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the
Have
dried.
you not eaten that before?
No.
What do you mean? Have you not
I've
eaten
never
that?
Oh, it's
eaten
before?
it's so your mom makes your
Yeah,
dog
but that's
biscuits.
using like human ingredients. It's
That's
like
like
it's like
oats
oats and
and-
banana and honey mixed together, and
It's
it's like
because Peggy and Margot are gluten free.
they're gluten-free dogs. Okay. They're empowered women.
They are. We used to not when the younger one arrived at the home.
Yes.
The
The young nymph.
we were not allowed to
Tell
say
her off.
no. We had to empower.
Yes,
So-
we need to empower her because otherwise she'll grow up scared. So we weren't allowed to tell her no. So she literally just did anything that she
We'd
wanted.
be like, well done.
Empower you.
And it got to the point where she wouldn't come up the drive of the house unless you sang "Be Our Guest" from Beauty and the Beast.
We had to invite her back into the house. Be
our
our guest. Be our guest. To get her to come up the driveway. It worked though. She's all right now.
Yeah,
she's a normal dog now. But she went through a phase of being
strange phase.
overly empowered, and that was our fault.
Yeah, but still didn't want to eat her kibble.
No, at no point have I ever considered that to be an option. Just go to the shops and get yourself a sandwich or something. It's so unnecessary. Also, with the girlfriend's cooking, that's tricky. Does she love cooking? Because if you're then going to be like, it's disgusting, is that going to really hurt her feelings?
Is that from Freddie?
Have you got
'Cause
bad cooking?
I'm not good at cooking.
I'm not good at cooking, but I also don't really...
I thought recently you'd been posting about some good cooking.
Yeah, that was just last weekend.
You're good at baking.
Yeah, I know. I made cinnamon rolls.
Cinnamon
Cinnamon swirls. And I made a full roast, but since then it's gone drastically downhill.
Yeah, I'm all right at cooking. I just don't like to cook. But if she really likes cooking,
Yeah.
it's just terrible. Like, what's wrong with it? Is it just like burnt or salty or?
I like baking. I don't like cooking.
Okay, that's not what we're talking
Yeah,
about.
but we should be talking about it.
I think you maybe just need to either volunteer to cook more often instead of her.
I guess that's the issue, isn't it? If you don't want to cook, can you complain?
No, not really. You don't have a leg to stand on, but you might want to be
still
like.
complain about if it tastes
You
horrendous.
could like cook together.
But then if you're not doing anything to solve it,
Then that is on you.
then that's the issue.
Yeah, I agree.
I do wonder what makes it taste horrendous.
Too salty, too burnt, just bad.
Or you could do things that I used to do and just put foods together that just don't go together.
Like what?
Izzy,
Well, just like
don't
I
go
made-
there. We all know your uni dishes.
Like
Yeah, but I don't
made-
make them for you.
I used to like when we do like one of those food delivery services.
Oh yes.
And we had 2 left over, but we were having a delivery the next day, so I was
You
like,
ate
oh,
them together.
I combined them together, but they didn't really combine.
What was it?
I can't remember, but it wasn't good.
What, like something fishy and something chicken?
No, I can't remember. It was like some sauce that didn't go
Oh.
with another sauce, and then
Yeah.
but it was like
Oh,
the timings
Come up with a
were all off.
solution.
Yeah.
For Christmas or birthday, get her some cooking lessons. Like, oh, we could go on like a couple's cooking.
It'd have to be a couple's thing. You
Is that
couldn't-
not
Yeah, no, I
really
wouldn't-
passive aggressive if you just send her
No,
off to
if she
chef
likes
school?
to cook, then we'd be like, oh, look, we'll go on this cooking course together. Like, it'll be really fun.
Yeah,
and
but
then
if-
she'll learn some skills.
But if she doesn't like to cook
Or then,
and she's just doing it because
or
no
then
one else is
if she
doing
doesn't
it.
like to cook, just tell her she's bad. And then you'll be like, look, let's just get Gusto or something instead, or get Hello Fresh or whatever. There are other brands available. But yeah, that's what I would do. You're pretty good at cooking generally.
Generally. That
Yeah.
sounds like you've had a meal that wasn't good.
No, I mean we've both made things that haven't been amazing.
Excuse me.
I can't think of anything specific, but
That
you're a
sounds
better
more
chef
like
than I.
it. You make. I'll give you props. You do make really good cookies.
Yes, I'm also a baker rather than a chef.
I think it's because we were allowed to bake as a child,
Yes.
whereas I don't think we were really like prompted to.
Also, just cooking takes way too long. When I get
Yeah.
home, I get home. I work from home. When I
Downstairs.
when I come downstairs or when I come back into the house, then I don't want to spend like the next hour
Yeah.
cooking. I want to
No, I
sit.
agree.
So there we are.
I agree.
We hope that helped. It probably didn't because I don't think we really gave much advice.
Now, time for our final segment of the podcast. We're going to play a game. What's the game called? Now, go!
Whoa.
So it's a game we've played before, and it's guess the actor or guess the celebrity
Yeah.
by their voice.
Actors edition.
This one is an actor's edition. So there's 2 points available. One is for guessing the actor's name.
Yeah.
And then
Does
one.
it have to be surname as well? Probably.
You can't just be like, Dave.
Yes.
Yeah, unless they're known, unless they're well known by their.
Like Adele.
Yeah.
Cher.
Yeah.
Madonna.
Apart from their actors.
Okay.
Okay.
And the second point is.
Zendaya.
Yeah, exactly. But the second point, you don't have to guess the film that they're speaking in.
Yeah.
Just any film they're in.
Okay, got it.
Understood.
So that can get you the point if you don't know the names. Yeah.
Got it.
Okay.
Can you
First
keep
one.
score?
Yes, I will keep score, and they will show on the screen.
Oh, that you're giving me extra editing work. Thank you.
Right, ready for the first one?
Yes.
Okay, here we go.
That is the second time you have spoken out of turn, Miss Granger. Are you?
Oh, Alan
Alan
Rickman,
Rickman,
Harry Potter,
Severus
Love
Snape.
Actually.
One at a time, please. I actually don't know
Alan
who said
Rickman,
what.
Love
Severus
Actually,
Snape.
or Harry Potter.
Severus.
Okay, cool.
Snape.
Okay, 1-1.
Yeah.
Right, ready for the next one?
Yes.
Yes, Admiral. Asteroids do not concern me, Admiral. I want that ship, not excuses.
Star Wars. It sounds like something from Star Wars. I had no idea who that is. Admiral. I've not seen it, so I feel like I'm not really.
Patrick Stewart.
Star
No.
Wars.
And no name.
Clone Wars. It's the only one I
I
know.
meant an actor.
Oh.
Star Wars, the actor.
So give me an actor in a film.
I don't know any actors in Star Wars.
Okay.
Carrie Fisher. She's the only one I know.
She was in it. Yeah.
I'm just going to say Patrick Stewart.
Is
Star Wars.
is Gary Oldman in Star Wars?
I don't know.
He's the only actor I know.
It's James Earl Jones.
Oh,
it's Darth Vader.
he's also in The
Star
Lion
Wars.
King.
I don't know who that is.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
He's Mufasa in Lion King.
I don't know who.
Dad.
I don't.
He's also in Big Bang Theory
Who's what?
as himself.
Oh no.
So you both get 1 point for the film.
Okay. Was it Clone Wars? Specifically.
We stop saying Clone Wars.
That's the name of the film.
No, but why?
Star Wars Clone Wars.
Is that the only one you know?
Okay, next one.
Yeah.
I know I'm stubborn, single-minded, and obsessive. But those are all traits of great writers.
Ignore the me theme tune in the background.
Boom, 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 boom.
Do you want me to play that one more time?
Yes, please.
I know I'm stubborn, single-minded, and obsessive. But those are all traits of great writers.
I have no idea. I don't recognise that voice at all. Is it Shailene Woodley?
Who?
The girl who's that isn't from that film, but the one who's in like A Fault in Our Stars.
You're obsessed with that film. That's the second time you've mentioned that
A
today.
Fault in Our Stars.
Have you not?
Not mentioned it at all. I don't think I've even seen it in like 10 years. The Fault in Our Stars or Divergent. She's in those films, isn't she? But it doesn't really sound like her. That's literally the only guess I have.
Can you play it one more time, please?
It's not that I've not seen it, but it's not that the summer I turned pretty.
I know I'm stubborn, single-minded, and obsessive. But those are all traits of great writers.
Or To All the Boys I've Loved Before. I've also not seen that, but people love that. I don't know.
No idea.
Don't know.
It is Jenna Ortega
Oh, Wednesday.
in Wednesday. Yeah.
I don't know.
I've not seen it, but I know her. And not personally. But
Best friends.
yeah, I know of her. She's in The Fallout as well.
You are a toy!
Toy Story.
Tom Hanks, Forrest Gump.
Tom Hanks' Toy Story.
Yes, lovely. Told you, easy one.
I love him. He just seems like a nice hugger. Tom Hanks just seems like he'd give a good hug, you know?
He's in my favourite film.
Which is what?
Saving Mr. Banks.
Is that your favourite film?
Mm.
Interesting.
It's a good
That
film.
and Jungle Book.
And
Jungle Book.
oh, okay. He's not
in
Jungle
that.
Book.
No.
Right, ready for the next one?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's even scores at the moment.
Just a drink. A martini, shaken, not stirred.
James Bond. But I don't know. The only one I know is Daniel Craig.
So that's a point each for James Bond.
That does not sound like Daniel Craig. Vicky knows.
Is it Sean Connery?
It is Sean Connery.
Yay!
I don't know who that is.
It's just
You don't
one
know
of James
Sean
Bond.
Connery?
One of the original OGs.
I was going to say Pierce Brosnan. But it doesn't sound
Brosnan.
like it.
I love him.
Well done, V.
Sean Connery.
Down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger, those who attempt to poison and destroy.
Oh my god.
This is where the fact that I don't watch films Doesn't come in handy.
I have no idea.
I think that's an older film. Of
He had a
them.
slight twang
However,
of Samuel L. Jackson, but I don't think it's him.
He sounds exactly the same as that now, I think.
It's not him, but Samuel L. Jackson's the only one I can think of.
Any films?
No.
Ali?
Well, he's in Kingsman.
Morgan Freeman. It's not his name.
I can tell you that's not
I
right.
know it's not right.
Izzy gets 2 points. It is Samuel L. Jackson, and he is in.
Wow!
It was just
Nice
him
one,
in
mate.
Woods.
Well done.
I love Kingsman, that's why.
Maybe we should go back to the Disney.
Kingsman Secret Service. That's a good film.
Nice little place in central London. Together we ought to be able to afford it. We'll meet there tomorrow evening, 7 o'clock. Sorry, got a dash. I think I left my riding crop in the mortuary.
He's very posh.
A little bit of a hint in the music there as well.
Is it Hugh Grant?
Hugh Grant's a bit more drawly than that. Oh my god, I know his voice.
I can give you a hint that isn't that. From what I understand, that is a TV show rather than a film. But he is in.
No, I don't really know.
I also recognise his voice, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I would say, sorry.
Is it Benedict Cumberbatch and Sherlock?
It is
Oh,
Benedict
that's
Cumberbatch in Sherlock.
You're very good at this. Benedict Cumberbatch. Oh, I love him as well.
Oh, I've not seen him in anything.
I've seen him more in interviews and stuff than I
Yeah.
have in like actual films.
Yeah,
But
agreed. I've not seen Sherlock. Is it good? Yeah. Nice.
Because isn't it the first cardinal rule of car maintenance that you're forbidden to wet your
Reese
hair for
Witherspoon,
at least
Big
24
Big
hours after getting a...
No! No, I knew that! Damn it!
Maybe
no, you can have the point.
Maybe
too.
that's the new rule: is
Who gets it
first. Okay, we'll do one more because that was quick.
Okay.
Last one.
Is make you uncomfortable. I mean, it's just not professional.
Jennifer
You know,
Aniston.
and I pride myself.
Just go with it. She's in loads of films.
It
Miss
is
Murdy Mystery.
Jennifer Aniston.
What film was that?
I think that was actually Friends.
Oh, was it? Oh, wow. I brought it home at the end.
You did.
I'm gonna round up those points to Izzy was on 7. Ellie.
You weren't counting.
I'm not good at actors unless they're cartoons. Right, that is the end of today's episode. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a great week. Like us, rate us, subscribe us, and follow us and tell all your friends we love you. See you next week. Bye. Don't really understand what's going on.
It's hard.
No, it is anything. It's not my only problem.
Are you sure it's a bathroom?
He had chicken feet.